this was Friday or Saturday. I got some names, don't know how to go about it.
Give them to the police department.
Well, sure, but how do you know these kids?
Well,
live?
they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out, that's what they do for a living. I mean, we don't know.
That's the thing, we don't know.
I know, but I would go ahead and give them the names, cause they'll figure it out.
It's just,
Well, this lady said she's been trying to call the police for days and can't get no one to answer.
What is she calling?
Said she's been calling the non-emergency line.
In Anderson?
I
Or
don't
up
know.
here?
I don't know. I didn't talk to this lady. She sent me a text in the middle of the day when I was busy doing other
Oh.
shit, you know.
it's usually what
Yeah.
happens.
Well, I was like, at the very last minute, I was like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna get in the courtroom? Lisa's got a file, well, Albert's got one too, so I was just gonna call Jason and see if I could use his to get in, but they had a council meeting, they just left it unlocked.
I saw that they posted it as to bring Domino's in.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said that Papa John's was moving out to where, Little Caesars used to be.
Oh no, I hadn't heard that, but Danielle was gonna ask to table the sidewalk anyway, so
Okay, well, good.
take it off the agenda, so I'm just, when I say it, I'm gonna just ask if someone would
I'll table it.
table it.
Yeah,
And then, but, I wanna bring it up because that ties into football, and the football guys are coming, because they didn't find out till the last minute that, you know, and
So,
they
wait.
wanna talk about the parking and,
so we've gotta look at their contract, cause they only did it 1 year. Babe Ruth's not coming back, there is no Babe Ruth.
I know.
It's done, so,
I know.
I mean, do we just, this is just talking, I know we're not having.
Remember, we gotta
You're
talk
fine.
about it, find out, cause if you remember, one of the lawyers said there is no contract.
Well,
It
there's-
needs to be completely redone,
Yes,
so no
sir.
one is actually under, that's what he said at one of the last
Well,
meetings.
that's what I'm saying, and I'm talking more out, cause I'd like to get
well, if
them.
there's not a contract, that's our attorney's fault.
So
because
cause
we
do-
approved
they-
a
we do
contract.
what, 5 years with everybody, right? So if we can get them on a 5-year and put the Babe Ruth in.
I
they
agree.
can tear down the fences, park, whatever.
Well, they wanna save it a green.
I know they wanna do some of it because they still wanna use practice and stuff for.
But at least give them enough control that it's not, like Greg said, they've
Right.
only got it for what, 2 or 3 more months?
Yeah,
So
I
do
agree
they wanna
with him
put-
on that, until we.
You know, why would they wanna put more money into
No,
it?
until we can get them a solid contract where they've got something, they've got their bid in, they're in on it, it's not,
Uh-huh.
and then they can do whatever, and I'd much rather have something that it's not just gonna go and get nasty or become a giant poop farm.
Hi, Greg, you called me? It's at the courthouse in the city building. Yes, it is. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. I thought I gotta get that, it's Greg.
No, you're fine.
He wasn't sure where the meeting, because last time we had a meeting with him, it said Birch Pie.
Now we have to take one.
And we'll have to table our minutes because our secretary's not here. Hi, Sammy.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Sammy.
Oh, I don't even know how to turn those on. Lisa always does all that. I don't know.
Hey, what's up, Sammy?
Danielle might know how. They'll just have to talk out. And I also forwarded, they're redoing the bylaws, the park bylaws.
I saw that, I didn't hit the attachment.
Well, I did and I read it, but I'm gonna have to sit down and reread it.
Yeah, I was.
Cause it's
just leaving
attorney,
work.
it's written like an attorney.
That stuff drives me nuts, cause I can understand it, but I've gotta read it 2 or 3 times.
Me too.
Because
The first time I
They
did
do
it.
that legalese in there, and it just,
know.
it's,
Hard to understand.
and I think it's purposely, cause I think sometimes they do it purposely to trick you to think it's one thing and then it's something else.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like-
Yeah, I agree.
Hello? No, she's actually, it was actually not today, I was thinking that too, it's actually tomorrow and Wednesday, she's scheduled it for 12.
No. I was like, can you not turn
Yeah,
on?
cause I thought that too, cause I got busy and I was like, crap, I never saw her.
But it's
And then
okay.
I got back
They
into
were
the
on.
email and realized it was Tuesday.
Are you
and
coming to the
Wednesday
meeting?
she was doing it.
No, they're on.
Oh, okay, never mind, bye.
Like, we didn't turn anything off after.
Okay,
Yep, alright,
bye.
thanks, sir.
Thank you, Danielle.
You're welcome.
I don't think I need mine on. I think my mouth's big enough.
You got that removed from the agenda, right?
Yes, but we're gonna go ahead and bring it up and table it, cause the football guys are here and so that'll take us into their, parking. Cause I thought I didn't know if you was gonna bring it back or not.
I don't know yet. I'm waiting on legal. This doesn't sound like this is on.
Hello, Mr. Chad.
Pretty well.
See, there's something up here but Lisa always says it, I'm not touching nothing up here. So if you do it, Danielle,
You locked the courtroom up there,
okay.
but I don't,
Well, when we go out, it locks automatically.
no, they haven't unlocked right now.
Oh, they do, so, then, you're gonna have to show me how to lock the courthouse then.
I'll do it, or, you know,
Okay.
yeah.
There's something that she pushes, but I thought it was down there, but I'm not touching anything. I just sit here, I'm like, no.
I mean, it says it's on, but.
Well, the only one that's coming June, Greg, I believe, and I think there's not that many people here, so I think we'll be able to hear okay.
If you guys have your mics on, it should pick them up anyway.
Yeah.
Hello again.
Mr. Graham?
Of which the agreement?
Yes.
I made a copy just in case, but.
Did you read over that, Jeff?
Have you?
I'm fine with it.
Good.
Okay.
You'll need to sign it, so Danielle.
And Jeff, she's real responsive.
Okay, and I'm just gonna send it to her sign and say if you need a clean signature page, let me know. We'll just cross out your name and put hers.
Hi, guys. I can. Thank you.
Very good.
Here's the renderings.
Thank you. On my email today.
Yes, but I haven't had an opportunity to read them yet. I saw one that was about the park association.
Oh, that's they're doing new bylaws. And I was like, yeah, I better let Jeff read this.
Yeah, that's doesn't apply to us.
It's not going to. Good. I wasn't sure, I read it and I was like, didn't fully understand it.
There's a group that can, like a council of park boards.
Yes, and that's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Well, when I got it, it said from Lisa, so I just assumed it was
Sure. I don't-
our Lisa.
I don't know if we're a member of that or not.
And the other was about our restrooms,
Yeah, I saw that. You got his eyes over that picture.
yeah. Isn't it pretty? It's 6 o'clock, I'd like to call this park board meeting to order, roll call.
I'll do it. Let's see, Mr. Roby,
Present?
Mr. Bott,
Here.
I'm here, Mr. Morales,
Here.
Miss Sheila,
Present.
and Lisa is absent. And we have Clay,
Present.
and we have on the list. You're all here, except for Lisa.
Mike, are you going to take notes or would you like me to?
I can, we turn on that.
Will we stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of minutes, our secretary is not here, so do I have a motion to table that?
I'll make a motion to table the approval of the minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of bills?
I'll make a motion to approve the bills.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Clay?
Okay, got a few different things here. First being the bathroom project that's going on. They did break ground over the weekend. They have taken out the concrete slab that is directly on the south side of the shelter. That is all out. They haven't been back since, so that's out there. They're supposed to proceed on. I've been in contact with Derek Lane, the engineer, on it, so we'll see when they get back out there. Okay, but I got my eye on it. Another thing is I'm going to shoot for having all the water shut off everywhere October 20th. That gives youth football and those guys plenty of time to finish their season, plenty of time to get winterized along with the softball fields and further along us out in the park as well. So I am going to shoot for around October 20th to have everything shut off. At that time, I've had this discussion with Tim. I'm going to do my best to have the water guys out there the majority of the day, because we are going to seriously try to map where all our plumbing is in that park, meaning where they turn on somewhere, we're going to be elsewhere finding out where exactly it's turning on everywhere. Because we have no blueprint of any of our plumbing out there in the park whatsoever. No one does, and no one can tell us where anything goes. So, I am going to do my best to make sure this gets mapped, make us a blueprint, and make sure everybody has one.
Will we have to do the dive for that, or?
No, they
No.
should be able to locate off the pipes.
Yeah, and basically just turn it on and off, you know what I mean? So I can get some kind of idea. This is just something that I think we need to do and take the time to do it. That way it's not us, but everybody affiliated with the city has an idea of a mapping system of where our water's going.
And it needs recorded.
Yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys in on that. I know it's gonna be a task and a project, but it needs to be done. I'm gonna do my best to do it,
Well, if you
okay?
need help, let us know.
Okay, want to give you a quick little Glass Festival report. Just compared to last year, it was great. It was great, and I'm talking about all the vendors. Credit to the Chamber of Commerce for this, because they're the ones that passed out the paper and really pushed it. But compared to the cleanup last year, when vendors was doing everything they could just to get out of there, leaving everything from grease to trash to stuff they weren't supposed to, this year was amazing. It was amazing. The cleanup was great. I think it did go smoother. Of course, every year there's things we're going to need to tidy up, but traffic was down. That was a big concern of ours. So I do want to give Stacy and the Chamber some credit there, because I think they did what we were asking for the most part, and it went pretty smooth. Okay, other than the heat, right? So another thing I got going on is obviously the pool winterization. Been having the guys over there doing what you guys need done, what we needed to get done. I did go to Menards today, okay? I got some more stuff to try on those floors. Some uric acid and some degreasers. I talked to a couple employees, I talked to Cody. We're gonna try that with that little scrubber we got to work with the power washer, and see how it does. But that's about, that's all we can do. So we're gonna try, and that's on the agenda for tomorrow. Okay. Christmas countdown, obviously, right? That's on its way. Opening night will be November 28th, the day after Thanksgiving. Okay. Fall cleanup. Fall cleanup is about ready to get seriously underway. Spent the day changing our mowers over to mulching blades, because after we get all this rain this week, leaves are going to be everywhere. Okay, so just so you know, we'll be cleaning up all the grounds. Beginning October, I'll be getting all the tables and benches and everything else put away for the season. So it's just all fall cleanup right now, okay? We've definitely needed this rain, I tell you that. And last thing I got on my topic is, you guys knew I went to New York a couple weeks ago. I am going back on vacation October 6th, and I'll be on vacation the 6th through the 10th. It's about the only time I could squeeze that in before it really starts getting serious at Christmas, okay?
Remodeling ain't gonna bother you on getting your tables and stuff in.
No, because where I will put them, and I've had this discussion with Derek Lane, the engineer on the project as well. They're just gonna need to get in from the back side a little bit, okay? I will have an aisleway for them to get in, an aisleway for the tables. It'll all be coordinated and it'll be good, so. And I did get with, I told Sheila, got with Todd Nichols today. Todd Nichols came out, we had a good discussion about some stuff, and obviously those numbers are gonna get crunched now for that barn and stuff, so.
Did he give you time frame?
He definitely told me it'd be done before the bathrooms. He said with the time, he said their time frame, they'll have it done definitely by November, in November. So. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Next is youth football sidewalk, and Ms. Noon has requested that we table that.
You can, I just requested your here, but if I want it back on, I'll just ask for it to be added back on.
Greg, since that's why you guys were here, would you like to come up?
Greg Casada, current president of Elwood Athletic Club Youth Football League. This is Chris McCormick, vice president of Elwood Athletic Club Youth Football League. So, with the sidewalks being tabled, really the main thing we want to address is the parking out there. As some of you know, we've been working at expanding our parking lot. That's what plans were to do, and that's what we have done. We've just finally spread the last of the millions here this last Saturday. We had that done. So that's expanded our parking lot. I think it was another 80 to 100 feet. Yeah, 80 to 100 feet of more parking we've added to that. So, the big thing is parking on the road. Our big thing, what we've been trying to do is we're gonna try to get more people out there to help park cars, to address down by disc golf to the entrance. I mean, so that's where I think we're gonna really see changes, having volunteers out there to help guide people. We would like to get some no parking signs put on the road as well, just to keep, you know, that way there's something saying no parking.
Yeah, they're gonna keep doing it unless we do something like that.
Yeah. So with our parking from previous years, we had about 3,016 square yards of parking available. This year with the millings that we've added, we're up to 6,292 square yards of parking. So we've over doubled our parking space out there. Which a lot of these events, we do get large crowds, but that's what we wanted to do, is try to draw in more people to the community, to these events. So that's our goal currently, and, you know, until we can get parking in order, I mean, that's really what we're doing. Without being able to get a longer lease on the Babe Ruth, we have not done any renovations as what we were wanting to do as far as overflow parking, things of that nature. So,
What does that,
I've got a couple, I'll get with you guys after the meeting, I got a couple ideas on that parking. So I talked to Matt about it, and he, you know, kind of let us, I mean, what you've already got, you know, is to where you can
Must be
get,
me.
you know.
So far, like Greg indicated, we basically doubled that parking lot, and that's what we talked about back in the spring when I came for y'all. We did just complete that last portion, as Greg was saying, and where that's gonna, even though it's 100 foot by, I don't even know, 70, 75 feet, which is a huge area, I've always envisioned that area is where buses can park, because we do have several schools, when we host, Oak Hill, Mississippi, they'll bring a bus down. Now they should come in our main entrance, head right towards disc golf, like they're gonna pull out at the disc golf entrance and back right up where we just spread the last of our millings. That's gonna save us dozens of parking spots, because the last time we hosted a few weeks ago, I literally at one point had 3 different buses all willy-nilly in the lot. The other issue with the lot was these people don't know where to park or how. We literally had them, I kept describing it to the rest of the group, as it looked like a fish hook where I was sitting at the gate. You could see that line of cars just curve around. There was 80 to 100 foot of unused parking space down there, but they had parked their cars and no one could get to it. So starting this weekend is the next time we host, like Greg said, we're gonna have plenty of volunteers, and we're gonna do it the old fashioned way, like when you go to the fair, we're gonna have someone out there and sit right here, right here. So I think if we get that first wave of cars in, the rest will follow.
yeah.
So, we'll see. This weekend will be the big test.
Thank you guys for keeping the area cleaned up. The area looks really good. It looks really good, and thank you for taking care of that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
We've actually, we spent a great bit of summer.
Oh, I know you did. I know you did. I seen how it was at one time, man, and you guys killed it, and it looks very respectful and very good out there,
I
right?
know my son came out and spread millions one day. Greg's dad, man, that guy, he spread a lot of millions. Yeah, I forget what we put down.
I think
40 some track loads?
Yeah, prior to what the last of it was I think another 8 or 10 loads we spread. So there's every bit of 50 loads out there that we spread, but that doubled our capacity out there.
Yeah.
So, and that's exactly what we wanted to do, to be able to still, you know, host like we were wanting, so. But that was the main thing I know we wanted to address, is parking. I know that's been an issue, and that's something we've been working towards since last year, trying to get, you know, in order. But I didn't know if there was any other concerns or anything we needed to address while we were here as well.
does anyone have any questions, concerns for him?
No, I don't have any concerns. I'd like to get you guys set up where we can get you under a 5-year contract with obviously the youth football, but Babe Ruth, as we found out, is no longer there. And it's just sitting there, so I'd like to get that as part of your contract, so that you guys can plan ahead and start.
Some of our, you know, we've discussed as a board what we'd like to get mapped out and bring to you guys, you know, an official, I guess, mapping. But our long-term, what we see it as is we'd like to utilize a lot of that space for practice fields. We have our bathrooms there, we have, you know, access to the facility, and we'd like to use it all the time, not just for games. So that's what we'd like to do with, you know, the Babe Ruth areas, use it as practice fields, and we've even talked about putting in, you know, later in the future, make it more of a park and have, you know, even a small playset area there. Just somewhere, you know, so it's an all day, because we're there all day, and there's a lot of families that are there for multiple games and flag games and different things, and it'd be nice to have, you know, that facility to be able to utilize it as, you know,
My
a
kids
park.
fill up a small park, so, you know. We did this year, required all of our flag teams to practice on the Babe Ruth field. No longer do we have 5-year-olds crossing 19th Street to get over to Rock Garden. They show up there on our lot. That seems to be a lot safer, so. We hope that at some point you get to where the entire league's practicing out there. We'll see.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything else? Danielle, did you have anything?
Yeah, as the council, nothing against anything. First of all, thank you. Thank you guys for coming and providing an update. I've obviously driven out there several times as the council went out there in that district. I saw the extra stuff, millings you guys were putting out the other day, so that's awesome. I love the idea of a park in the area, as some people up here know, Sheila, Tim, Jeff. I want to get a park in my district. There is no park in my district, so I would be happy to work with you guys on something like that. I had another piece of property in mind that's not on your guys' area, but I'm willing to figure that out. No parking signs. Jeff and I have already drafted an ordinance for the next city council meeting, so it will go to the city council meeting for the no parking on the north and south side. So,
And that's the only way we're gonna be able to stop
Yeah.
that, is by forcing it.
yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're,
They
I'm
did,
also.
they did too many years, yeah. They just pull a
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, well, and like I had told Greg, you know, I had received several complaints from both neighborhoods about not even being able to get down the road, let alone an ambulance for, if someone's hurt out there, let alone if they're hurt somewhere else. And so that was my main concern, as well as people walking in the roadway, but,
Even before the completion this weekend of the parking lot, I have yet to see anyone park on the golf course this year. So
Yeah,
that
I
was a-
haven't either.
That
And
was a
I've
giant
not-
improvement.
Yeah, absolutely, and I have not received any complaints on that like we did, I think, last
Yeah,
year.
last year was, yeah.
Will the no parking signs shove people that direction down to the golf course? You know what I mean?
Okay, but when I just mentioned not on the golf course, I meant literally.
Oh,
Literally.
Last year they were on the
Yeah,
green.
they were waiting.
Yeah.
And in the area we're talking about, I mean, it's really only like 4 or 5 cars that can truly park right there on the side of the roads.
And they'll put 6 there.
Yeah, they'll squeeze it. Another request from one of the councilmen was to put, Councilman Waters, he thinks people go too fast up and down that road, especially coming from the west to the east. So we're looking into a digital, speed trap sign like we have out at by the school, so we're also looking into that and working with Prison Guide on that, so, yeah, so,
I'll agree with that.
yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you, Danielle.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything else? Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Thank you.
Danielle, signage for
Yeah.
the,
Thank you guys, so, way too far. So you guys have before you guys tonight, hopefully, the final signage for the Mary Beth Hay Aquatic Center. Hoosier Sign Guy had put together some proofs and brought it to the ERC, and Christy Clark had kind of, taken it upon herself to say that we didn't really like some of the designs. And so the ERC that night had quite a few attendees actually. So, they had asked that Jackie Lane, the board member of the ERC, as well as Christy, myself, because I was sitting in there, in the audience as a council person, and then my sister, Mary Beth, had asked to obviously be included on some of the, discussions regarding the signage. So we went back and forth with Hoosier Sign Guy, the design rep there, and this is what we've come up with. One, really the only request from at least my sister was to have something on it in regards to diving. When we were out at the opening, one of the engineers, I can't remember, is it Jason maybe? I think they introduced my sister to Jason, and he was like, well, I thought you were deceased. Like, I thought we were naming a pool after someone who was deceased. And she's like, nope, I'm very much alive. so one of her requests was to implement something with diving in it, incorporate it. So you'll see that, on the main sign on the front door, we have added to have it say home of 2008 Olympic diver. I think that's on page 2, and I have an extra copy, I have one copy, but on page 2.
You just have the contract, guys. I need my one copy.
I did email
I
it
can
to
hear, I
everyone.
can give you this. Here's Sam, I'll give you. So I believe it's on like the second page, it'll show like the picture of the front door, above the front door, so it'll say, Mary Beth Dennehy Aquatic Center, home of 2008 Olympic diver. And then I believe on the signage on the outside, the fence, and over by the Little League, I've worked with USA Diving in getting their approval to add actual USA Diving logo to the signage. And then that is what Jeff had provided you, was the agreement from USA Diving. So again, like I said, I went back and forth with their marketing team and their legal team. Well, I didn't go back and forth with legal, they provided me this contract. But it's basically just stating, and Jeff already reviewed it, but and he can say more about it, but it's basically just stating that we're only using USA Diving for the actual signage. We won't use it for any, trade marketing, anything like that. It's basically just for the signage. So that's all I have for you tonight for approval. If you have any questions for me.
Does anyone have any questions for Danielle?
Oh, I only got one question
Jeff.
for Jeff, yeah. Is that, I don't know, what we approved to pay, had the signing size of the letters and all that, is that still in the window of what we?
Yeah, that's fine, and the USA Diving logo, is not an advertisement, the way this is done. I mean, this board is prohibited from, you, or any city, it can't use its own signage for advertising without getting fair market value. But this represents the historical significance of one of our citizens being a diver in the Olympics, and so you're no problem there.
But the quote we got at the ERCC, he had the size of the lettering and all that. I mean, is that going
Yeah,
to change anything, or?
It shouldn't change anything.
No,
It shouldn't change
the way that's drawn up, I don't see this being a change at all.
Actually, I think we decreased the price, because it looks black and white, but it truly is black lettering. It was, red and blue, and we kind of went back and forth on that, but when you look at all the other signages, we have red and blue fade, right? So we just stuck with the classic black. We wanted to withstand all the years to come, so USA Diving, though, will have their true trademark of the red and blue.
And Jeff, you went over the contract and you agree with everything?
I did. The only thing that's faulty with the contract is it lists Danielle as a councilwoman as a signatory. That should really be authorized tonight by the park board and signed by the park board president. I'm going to ask Sheila to cross out Danielle's name and put her own as park board president. If USA Diving would like a clean copy with that change, would appreciate if the motion would authorize Sheila to sign the new clean copy once we get it back.
Well, I'll make a motion just in case that we approve Sheila to sign the contract.
I say it.
All in favor?
All right.
Do I have a motion to okay the signage?
I'll make a motion to okay the signage.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Carries. Thank you.
So then, do you want me to loop you in with Hoosier sign, like, how's that work? That we got approval?
I just need to sign the contract.
He hasn't sent anything.
Okay.
So I'll loop y'all in an email.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Pool closing, which, Tim, take the floor.
I believe Ally sent a thing out Tuesday the 30th,
Yes.
9:30. And, I didn't hear anything back from them that was bad, so.
No, I didn't either. That's why I sent the email out to him. I was in question, because it was supposed to be either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's Tuesday the
yeah,
30th. wasn't it?
Tuesday the tomorrow.
So maybe they did send her something and said that's, you know.
And it could be.
And then I did talk to Crew, about somebody coming to show us how to winterize the bathhouse, but I haven't heard anything back from them. He was gonna go with the plumber. If the plumber couldn't do it, he was gonna have to see if the plumber had a couple other people that knew how to, you know, to do it, cause that's, there's a lot of lines in there. So, I didn't hear anything back from there, but, they are, I think are still gonna need water, cause Nick and they're doing that, redoing the cement, I'm sure he's gonna need water. But I think there's a valve where we can go ahead and do our winterization and shut it off and still be able to drain the pool and do the winterization of the pumps and all that. And, you know,
Maybe that outside hose.
do the bathhouse whenever they say they can do it. I don't think we're gonna do that on the same day, that's gonna tie people up too much.
Do you know what time the 30th that is supposed to be, Tim?
9:30, I believe.
Yep, 9:30.
I didn't get that email or. Okay. Anything, do we have anything else? Clay, do you have anything that you need to know about or help with? Closing?
No, I mean, not right offhand. Of course, you know, I'm in contact with you and, you know, everybody all the time, so, I'm just keeping my eyes peeled for this bathroom project that's going on. Obviously, the pool, I will be going there. Once it is closed, just so you know and everybody knows, I'll be popping in there a couple times a week, checking the room, just making sure nothing's busted, you know what I mean, making sure everything's good. Something I wanna point out too, which I don't know if many of you have seen, but has anybody seen the Fortress lit up at night there at the pool and the pickleball courts and
Yes.
the courts?
Looks
Fortress, it looks amazing, it looks great. Except for all the lights right in our neighbors' windows right there across from the creek. I have talked to, thank you Sheila. I have talked to a couple of them, just out of courtesy, you know what I mean? They're our neighbors, and these lights are just right in their living room. I mean, personally, the reason why I did go ask them is because if that was my living
Yeah.
room, I'd probably be raising a fit about it.
Thank you, Clay.
But Monty was okay with it. I haven't had a chance to talk to the county officer yet, but he's a really good guy. They're good people, always work with us really well. But I am asking him just, you know, as a courtesy thing. Now, do I like it? Absolutely, man. It is lit up like crazy. And if anybody has the courage to do anything wrong with that lit up like that, well, that's on them, you know. But it is nice and lit up and should help keep vandals from going in, you know.
Yeah.
But it is really bright. It does look really good. And I've done talk to Mike DeLong. If we cannot have the electric company go out and shut those off at Christmas, there's no sense in doing the bridge. There's no sense in lighting up the back Callaway Park sign because it is so bright, it is going to completely take away from the effect of the Christmas lights. If they can't turn them off, okay, we just won't be lit up as much on that end. And that's right there at the stage where we do all kinds of stuff too. So, Mike said he's still going to try to contact this guy. Obviously, with Mike, you know, it's hit and miss right now. So I'm just in contact with him on that. Because I'm keeping a close eye on it because obviously if they don't think they're going to be able to turn them off, we're not going to, Lisa and, you know, who does the bridge and everything else, we're not going to spend hours upon hours, you know, doing it if we don't have to.
Yeah.
So it's just something I'm looking at and looking to here, you know what I mean, because it's coming. So,
Question, you talked about pickleball. Is there any, it just got me thinking, because when I drove out there, there was a bunch of people playing the other day. Speaking of parking, the parking at the
they are
pickleball.
supposed to be
Is there, I just
parking,
didn't know if there was any plans.
they
for
are
that.
supposed to be parking at the bottom of Rock Garden right there at 19th Street, and they ignore me. I have told them when it's nice out and the ground is dry, they are to park right over that hill at
There's a
19th
little
at the
drive,
bottom.
yeah.
So, you know, we can have all kinds of people park there, but
And we are working on parking over there.
That's what I figured.
But it's only gonna be about, maybe because of the
There's only-
elevation and all that, it's gonna be 10, at the best 12.
Right.
they continue to park like they do, Danielle, like you're seeing. there's gonna be an accident.
Right, right.
And if we're thinking about putting the parking in there, I don't know, well, let's talk. Let's talk.
And then I know ERC approved the, garage door. Do we have any update on when that's starting?
Jamie is supposed to be making his way out, I believe,
Okay.
to give us an oversight on everything.
He was just in
and-
my house giving me an.
Yeah, and
overview.
I do think that's a brilliant idea too, by the way, with putting a door there. I think that's gonna be beneficial in helping us put stuff away too, and keeping it, winterized,
Yes.
so. But no, I mean, yeah, he's supposed to be coming
Okay.
out. Other than that, if anybody wants to come out and help check lights or, string any of them up, we'll be starting real soon.
Do we have any questions or concerns from anyone? Our next meeting is October 27th.
Hey,
Yes.
just one more quick thing. I
Yes.
do want everybody to know as well, with this bathroom project going on, we got a Halloween spooktacular coming. I want everyone to know, we did tell them several ERC meetings ago that this project needed to be started right after the Glass Festival, and they had until the middle of October. Well, things have happened, whatever, so now this project's gonna be going on during our Halloween spooktacular and up to Christmas. So I just want everybody to know, I've been in contact with Stacy Blake at the Chamber, just letting her know we will be playing it by ear, but it's a possibility that spooktacular may have to be moved down back further to the back side of the park. Because if it's out too far in the construction, we're gonna have it all roped up, but I'm not about to have a bunch of people just walking around and through it.
In construction.
So that's a possibility, just letting you know, I have been in contact with Stacy, letting her know that that may be a possibility. Not putting anything on it yet, just gonna play it by ear and see how much they actually do get done, so.
And
Did you get everything delivered, or do you know?
I have no clue, but the only thing I have seen, Tim, is there was a skid steer out there over the weekend with a dumpster that they told, hey, I did get with me and collaborate with me where they wanted that, and then they did their job and all that stuff's gone now. So the concrete's out. I think they got a set post now and start their thing, but they're supposed to be letting me know, so hopefully they do, and, if they contact me, I'll be contacting you all, so keeping it that way.
does anyone have anything else? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thought you wanted to talk some more?
No. I don't want to. Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to help with that.
You sign that contract.
I mean, I think you.
Except for the
like
2 hour
earlier, they
delay.
discussed
Sure.
the bill.
I mean, if I hadn't had the
And
2
I
hour
sent
delay,
an
it'd
email
be great.
about that.
I was like,
I thought it went out.
Mike.
It doesn't appear that it did, but
How's the
I
job
hope my assistant.
so good.
Please get
Good.
that tomorrow first.
Yeah, it's,
Just up here anywhere, Joe?
No, on the back page.
Getting enough in,
There's a spot
literally
for
got off work
turkey
right here. Good.
One more.
Sammy?
The other back page.
Probably boys,
The back
Right,
page, right,
right, right.
or the back page.
One more.
Serious, but.
No wonder I didn't find it.
Sign your name above Danielle's name and then cross out. hers.
Do I need to date it?
Sheila, I'll talk to you tomorrow, honey.
Okay, thank you, Clay.
I was actually out with Tim Nichols.
If you would print your name, like this was.
Maybe you don't pick it up, I just, you're on the alley, I hang up, you know.
they just put mine on it because I was in correspondence with them. I don't need to say anything.
Oh, I was supposed to call Mandy.
Oh, there's the light. Sorry.
I have to call them.
What do you need?
Turn off the recording.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I got your chair. All right, good evening.
You too, Shayla.
Thank you, Jeff.
I don't know if, it's just this light. I don't know.
As soon as I get ahold of Mandy, so she can turn. We are done. I didn't know you were still in the office. Oh. Okay, I thought I called you. I don't know, I thought I called your cell phone. I think I did. I don't either. It doesn't matter, as long as you know we're done. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Bye. Do I need to flip this switch?
Yep, just flip that switch.
So, I don't know what I did with my, I better get all my junk off of this desk.
Turn them both on, off, and turn them both back on again.